Hi everyone, I'm Evelyn, and I know many of you have been asking about leveled readers. You want to start your child on reading, and you've seen a lot about Sage. So you've seen so much about Sage. What is it about? So let's go through some of them. So there's set 1, 2, you'll see them, 3, 4, 5. We'll look at Sage 1, set 1. And then we'll look at 5 and see where you can get from no characters to 500 characters. So these are the ones that my daughters went through. And this is number 1, has 1 dot. They're very tricky. They don't have explicit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each book. So you look at the dots, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what it is each book has 20 characters, and every night you will learn about 1 character. So for the first one, it's the mountain, and I speak Cantonese and Mandarin, but I've been teaching in Cantonese. So I would go Tayefo, San, San, and then there's stroke numbers. And you will follow with a finger, go Yat, Yi, Sam. I am buying the traditional set because I want them to learn traditional. But Sage does have simplified. Little Kazi does not carry simplified. We carry the traditional. So in there we have San, Shan for Pinyin for Mandarin, and you have the English mountain. I'll show you a picture of the mountain. Lesson 1 is quite easy. San, san. And then lesson 1 is done. So the next day, day 2, you will review lesson 1. And today we learn lesson 2. Lesson 2 is go, go, san, go. And then you can just teach them the strokes, do it together. And here we go. This is the character for yesterday. San. Go, san. Go, san. And that's it. You can preview. So, what character is it tomorrow? Tomorrow, we're going to learn about this. And then get them excited. You're like, you already know 2 or 3 of the characters. Go, go, tek, san. And then we will go san, go, tek, san, a high, high mountain. So that is the possessive. So this is how Sage goes. So next we have Tai Sei for Yan. Gao Gao de Shan. Ren Gao Gao de Ren. If you're teaching Mandarin, the pingying's right there. Sometimes I made a little bookmark out of paper, cut out the middle, and then just blocked out the English and the pinyin. If your little one is reading English letters, they like to read, and then because we're doing Cantonese, they kind of sound out the Mandarin and say the Cantonese word, which is kind of funny. Then I know she's reading. So we just block it out. Go, go to again, a tall person. End, so it tells you where the chapter ends. So it's very simple. Everyone who goes through Sage will probably have this book memorized. So what happens in one set? Well, you have 5 of these, 20 characters per set. So by the time you finish set 1, you've done 100 characters. And they're very repetitive. You'll see them over and over again. The nice thing about Basic 500 is you'll see these are the most common characters you'll see in picture books, bridge books. So what does set 5 look like? And set 1 builds on set 2, builds on set 3, builds on set 4, build on set 5. So set 5, all the characters you see inside, you've already learned. When you get to more advanced, sometimes you will preview or review 1 or 2 characters, read the character for that day, preview the next 1 or 2, I usually preview until they lose interest, like we don't want to read anymore. Okay, 第一課 how 我的學校 how 目字邊做個校字 so I would teach them radicals when I do it 這是我的學校的 is we learned it in book 1學校裏有老師和學生這是我們的校長 So you'll see the sentence building as well, which is quite neat. 我們每天都背着書包，高高興興地走路上學。Talks about going to school. Yeah, so it's kind of neat. And then this is book 1 out of set 5. So by the end of set 5, your child would have learned 500 characters. I should actually show you book 5, which is the hardest one. And it's not that hard if you do it one a day. 500 characters though, so you do go through it for quite a time, and you have to be consistent. So ping. And what is? Sorry. So 18啦 18 苦。我們喜歡吃甜的東西。我們喜歡吃甜的東西。So you can just, and then there's the English. We love to eat sweet things. And the pages are about 5 pages per chapter. It's very consistent. And the good thing is there is audio, free audio in Mandarin and Cantonese. It will read every single word of the entire 5 sets. The speed is quite fast, but you can just replay. I know some people like to put it on their C pen, and that's a good way to do it. So that is our Sage. Hope that was helpful. If you want to stay tuned, I will talk about Greenfield next.